Hey yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy CrispPurpose back at it again with another Gems of War new troop video for you guys. So Azaleus is now available in the Gems of War. I rushed through the Spirits of Spring special holiday event and I picked up a copy of this new legendary troop. So we're going to be taking a look at about two teams with this new legendary troop and watch the end of the video so you guys can hear my overall review of this troop. Is it, A tier, S tier, B tier troop? What is it exactly? And yeah, stick around. The teams are going to be following up right after this. So this first team for Azaleus is a pretty interesting one. So first off, this troop is a Fey Beast from Volpacia with a 16 mana cost of green and purple. Spell is Song of Rebirth. It will choose one. It will choose a mana color. Then it will convert 10 gems of that mana color to enchant gems and bless all allies of that color. Or it can choose a mana color, convert 10 gems of that mana color to entangle gems, and curse all enemies of that color. Now, for teams with Azaleus, I think based on the spell, you want to focus on a singular mana color team. So if it's purple or it's green. So it can also receive the bless and enchant depending on which half of the spell you pick. You know what I mean? Whether you're going to curse the enemies and entangle them, or you're going to bless your allies and enchant those allies. So that's one of the things that you need to pay attention to. You want to select the mana color to convert that's either majority of your team or all of your team, right? So just keep that in mind. It also has a Fox Cunning, 25% mana start, spell damage reduction, and the ability to give 4 life to all green allies. So as you can see, based on the traits, you want to be either green or purple. I want to apologize as well. I have some monolith buffs running here, so my troops are a little bit stronger than they should usually be, but nah, that's neither here nor there. You guys can try it out for yourself and see if these teams will work. All right, so let's take a look at this one. So up front on the team, we're going to be having the Obsidian Labram. This is one of my favorite explodey type weapons, the most powerful one, I should say, from the what's this from again? From the Obsidian Depths faction. Explodes magic +1 gems. Every single gem color it will explode, and it summons a troop. I'm using it with the Elementalist hero class. I think the class here you can move around for whatever you think is faster for you, but I like using Elementalist because of how tanky it is, and it just works, right? Then there is Azaleus in the second slot, followed by one of the newer flower dragons. This is Arisia. Right, Elemental Dragon from Sword's Edge with a 32 mana cost. Poisonous Petals. This also puts those enchant gems on the board, and it gains extra turn boosted by purple gem. So the more purple on the board, the more likely this is going to gain an extra turn, and it steals life whenever you match purple gems. All right, and then Leprechauns at the back of the team. So we are in PvP. This is Geheron. This is a pretty interesting fight we're going up against. The Great King, Zul'Gott, and Leprechaun. Let's see if this one actually works out, man. Let's see how it works. I've been testing it out. The team works. It offers you a cleanse option with a cursing option all on the same team. Pretty similar to the Wand of Stars, but of course, this isn't as potent as the Wand of Stars. Why? Because for one, this only uses 2 mana colors, and it's a 16 mana cost. And of course, the legendary option, and it's a troop as opposed to being the hero, right? The Wand of Stars is so powerful because you can put it on any hero class and not only have 3 traits, but have a whole list of 10 traits, and as a matter of fact, 30 traits that you can switch around and see whatever fits and make the team most optimal. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's the main reason why this is the most budget version of Wand of Stars that is available to any player. The most budget version. Nonetheless, it's decent, right? It is decent. All right, so let's check the board here. We want to get our Leprechaun going as quick as possible because they have their Leprechaun over there. So let's cast ours, get an explosion, see what happens on the board. And now we have the Obsidian Labram spell ready. And we don't want to match this purple right here. I think we want to go for Obsidian Labram. See if we can get the board rolling around somewhat. There we go. And now we want to follow up with some damage here. But first off, let's just match this down. Get some more stunning and freezing and entangling on the enemy troops. Cast that. Wow, that was too strong. Those monolith buffs, man. I have 2 monolith buffs running, bro. Usually, Aricia is not that strong. I want to make that very clear. I don't know why I decided to run those buffs right now. It's because I'm completing the PvP season, so I'm just doing whatever. All right, let's try it again, man. This is a more powerful team we're going up against this time around. But why did I decide to do this video with the monolith buffs running? Jesus. All right, this is going to be a little bit more difficult, right? We have two Pharaoh Caphros on the enemy team. They're going to be a lot more problematic. All right, let's go for Leprechaun again. And we got our troop spell ready. Very good. So here, do we have anybody spell ready? We need to get a cleanse here. So we're going to convert. Can we do brown into enchant gems? We're not going to cleanse. We're just going to bless our hero. Because like right now, right? If I select converting brown gems into enchant gems, only the troops that use brown mana will be blessed. Nobody else will be blessed. That's the thing that persons, I think for me, I think that players are confusing when it comes on to this troop. I can select purple, of course, and pick up the bless. But the enchant, let me show you to you guys. Even if I lose this one, doesn't matter. The enchant now, if I select purple, will go on all of my the bless, I should say, will go on all my troops. But if I selected brown in that instance, it would be only the hero that will receive that bless. Of course, it's good because I'm blessed and the status effects are gone. But as you guys can see, the two Pharaoh Caphros and the Diamantina are now enchanted on the enemy team. So that's the problematic thing that this presents. You can end up giving a lot of mana if you don't select the right mana color to the enemy troops and even enchant them, which is even more problematic in certain instances. All right, let's see if we can get the board rolling here. We have our troop spell ready now. Do we have an area where we can give enchant and bless to all allies? No, we don't. Oh man. All right, so let's go ahead and cast the Obsidian LeBron once more. We'll be spell ready on the second cast for sure. Now let's deal damage. And wow, they almost got smoked. All right, one more hit. There we go. All right, so that's basically the gist of that first team. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Aricia is the main damage dealer. She's all we need simply because I have too many monolith buffs running at the same time. I have so much damage here. But you guys get the gist of this first team. The second team is going to be following up right after this. Now, this second team consists of the Doomed Vulge. This is one of the better doomed weapons that were released in recent time. It's very loopy option, deals magic plus 5 damage to the first 2 enemies, plus 2 per tempering level. Then it will create 2 purple gems for each purple ally and enemy. If the enemy has a doom, it will gain a random status effect. The weapon also has Reaching, Damned, and the Doomed Darkness in the weapon upgrades, draining 2 mana from all purple enemies. The class of choice here is a Thief hero class. You don't have to use Thief. I just decided to use Thief because Thief has a lot of beneficial, things, different beneficial traits, I should say, and talents for the team. So, for example, it has fast, starts battles with 50% mana. It also has that Dusk's aura, that Dark Storm at the start of battle. It's stealthy and it has a number of different resummons. It just keeps going on and on. And I think I might want to adjust the class a little bit. I saw something that was not in the right place. Let's go with Shadow's Call right here as opposed to the Wind Speed. And yeah, that's the most right there. We want to keep it the same. So yeah, that's the main reason why I'm using Thief. It's just beneficial to the team. Azaleus is in the second slot. Then the Void Dragon is going to be on this team. The Void Dragon is one of the better lower. I shouldn't say lower. It is one of the better non-Dragonite dragons, right? Non-Dragonite dragons. That's an interesting thing to say, right? Non-Dragonite dragons. Because Dragonite dragons are like everywhere nowadays. Right, so the Void Dragon is from Midnight Kingdom, 24 mana cost of blue, purple, brown. Spell is Starless Roar. It will deal magic plus 2 damage to all enemies boosted by blue and purple gems. That right there is very helpful for this team. Purple is the integral color here, and it will also create 9 to 13 purple gems. It has skull damage reduction, spell damage reduction, and it gains magic every single time it matches purple gems. 2 magic, as a matter of fact. All right, and this is the team. So it's very similar to the first one, except the class has changed, the weapon, and of course the main damage dealer, Azaleus and Leprechaun, are the ones that are the common denominators here. Did I take a look at the banner on this one? The banner here is the Riven banner from the Primal Rift faction. This is the +2 on purple, +1 on green. Then we're minusing red, obviously. No red troops on the team. We're going up against a cunning team here. Withdrawal. This could be pretty interesting. All right, so as you can check the board, there is a 4-gem match. You always want to go for the 4-gem matches as quick as possible, especially with Thief. Thief has that first talent, Hunt. Hunters mark enemies on 4 or 5 of a kind. Very, very useful so as to, make use of, skulls on this team. So they're all purple. We didn't even have to cast our Leprechaun here. There we go. Everything's spell ready. Of course, sometimes in PvP, you're going to find enemy troops are using elementalists. So you're not going to have this purple storm the way I was able to benefit from it just now. And if you want to right here, you can go ahead and enchant all your allies. We can cast this now on green. And majority of our team is going to be enchanted and blessed, except for the Void Dragon. But now the Void Dragon is ready to go. You can just cast a Void Dragon with the AoE damage and you kill him. Once again, I was able to one-shot because I'm using monolith buffs. That is the only reason, right? I want to make that abundantly clear because I don't want to hear nobody in the comment section be like, man, you're one-shotting. The only reason is because of those monolith buffs. Yeah, I said it in the video. That's the reason. All right, let's try that again. This is another test of this new Azaleus troop. So do we have a beneficial board? No, we do not. Let's cast our Leprechaun. This might be pretty interesting because the board here is all over the place. And now we need to get mana to the troops, and we don't have much, but we'll take this. And there we go. We have...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh my God. Yo, let me tell you, man. RNG at its finest, baby. At its finest. All right, let's see if we can... what can we do here? This is going to be a shit show. It's gonna be a shit show, man. ×2 Pharaoh Caffro laid down the law. No, only one Pharaoh Caffro. Only one Pharaoh Caffro was doing that much damage? Jesus. Man, lost that one. All right, let's try that again. Let's see if this works out. Oh, we're going up against another team with Diamantina and Leprechaun. And Miss Mother at the back. It's interesting to see Miss Mother at the back of the team. I think you would have it a little bit higher. All right, so we don't have the storm that we needed here. Let's go for Leprechaun again. And did it not work? Didn't get enough mana generating on that one. All right, let's just match some gems here. See if we can get the board to bounce around here. Come on. Bounce with me, bounce with me. Bounce with me, bounce with me. Get a wood. All right, now let's see if we can cast our Azaleus on green, get everybody cleansed up and barriered. And now we can go ahead and cast a weapon. We should be able to loop here. There shouldn't be a problem for looping. And now let's cast the Void Dragon. Big AoE damage. One more cast should be pretty close to killing here. And there we go. When the RNG works on our side, you guys see it. You guys see it. All right, so yeah, that is the second team. Should I showcase a third team? I think maybe at a different time. I have one more team, but I'm keeping it in the clutch. I'm not going to share that one as of yet. But I think that this troop is a decent option. It's not the best. I would love to see a mythic troop with Azaleus's abilities, but a little bit more tweaked, right? This is able to only bless a majority of the team in some instances, but not all times. I wish we had one option that was a mythic that could do almost the same thing as Wand of Stars, but with a little bit of damage. It may not be all that much damage, with a little bit of damage, loopability. I would love it. So in honesty, I think I would give this troop maybe a B- or a B-. That's what I would rank it, right? B- for this one. Wouldn't be A tier for me, simply because it's kind of clunky. The board has to fit, the team has to be one singular color, and that creates some mana blocking sometimes, and it creates a slower team as opposed to Wand of Stars teams are like hella fast, right? Hopefully you guys and gals found this video helpful and informative. If you did, remember to smash that like button, comment to let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next one. Peace.